Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a super casual video, but I want to make it super quick as well, about how to do a parasite cleanse. I get asked so many times on how to do one. So I'm going to show you some products, show you the best way to go about it. I'm going to jump right in and just start by saying that before you ever consider doing a parasite cleanse, you need to do a liver cleanse. I say this all the time, so I won't go into detail, but you should do a liver cleanse first so that your body can actually handle the toxic load. When parasites and candida die off, they do release viruses into the bloodstream. A lot of times people will get runny noses and stuff like that, but what you don't really know is that what's going on in your body is a lot worse than the actual symptoms that you might be experiencing. It causes a lot of inflammation in the body and stuff if your liver cannot handle that toxic load and eliminate it. So do a liver cleanse first, and then you can move on to a candida and parasite cleanse. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite products. I do want to say that I am a registered holistic nutritionist, so you can take the info and advice in this video. I know that it's coming from a good source. I've also used all these products, and it's how I cleared myself of candida and parasites. So I'm just gonna jump in and show you. The first thing you wanna do is you don't just take a candida supplement or a antifungal or something. You need to do a whole profile of supplements to make sure you got every single box ticked. So for example, you always should have some form of candida supplement to tackle the yeast. You should have an antifungal, an antiparasitic, and then you should always have an antiviral, because like I said, they do release viruses as they die off, so you want the antiviral in there as well. Then you always want a probiotic, and I like to also include some type of sponge. I didn't bring anything for this video, but you can use spirulina, cracked cell chlorella, activated charcoal. It slipped my mind for a second. Activated charcoal and bentonite clay. So those will act as a sponge to kind of mop up the toxins and stuff that the parasites and everything leave behind as they die off. So if you have all of those nutrients and profile of supplements, then you will have a successful parasite and candida cleanse. Obviously, along with a parasite cleanse, you do want to eliminate any source of sugar or carbs. Usually like the ketogenic diet or low carb diet is kind of what you want to do during this phase, because you want lots of protein, tons of vegetables and healthy fats, and really low on the carbs. So let's just start with my favorite antifungal. So this one here is the black walnut combo. I'm gonna try and get it to focus. Okay, there you go. The black walnut combo #1. This is from Genestra Brands. So I like this one specifically because it doesn't only have black walnut in it. It also has, hold on, where are we? Yarrow, wormwood, clove. So it has a whole bunch of nutrients that are gonna really warm up the body, get rid of that dampness, and fight candida. Lots of tannins, so this is perfect for parasites. I also do want to say I do sell Genestra brand products, and I always am a little bit cheaper. I'm about $5 to $10 cheaper per supplement than anywhere else, and I do ship worldwide. So if you would like any supplements, you can always send me an email to health@holisticspring.com. It's in the description box below, and you can order any products from me. The next thing that you need to do is some form of candida supplement. Now I love Genestra Brands has loads of different types of candida supporting supplements. So you can just go on soroyal.ca or .com, click Genestra Brands, and you can find all of the different Genestra brand candida supplements. So find something that you like, usually things like caprylic acid, biotin, those are really good ones. There's a whole bunch of other candida supplements that you can include, like garlic and stuff as well. So find something that works for you and that you like. I am currently using something called Can-Albix. So Can-Albix, also from Genestra Brands. This is a homeopathic, so I don't recommend using this unless you are seeing a homeopath or you have knowledge in homeopathy. I am doing another candida cleanse. I like to do one every single year just to make sure that, you know, my body's healthy. So now that I showed you the candida and the parasitic supplement, for antiviral, there are a lot you can do. A lot of people just like using like licorice root. I like using amino NAC. So here, amino NAC. So it's actually N-acetylcysteine, and what this does is it's actually like a powerful antioxidant, so fantastic to take. You just take it with some protein, but it acts as an antiviral, so I really like this one. And then for probiotic, like I mentioned, This is what I'm currently using, but there are so many. I really like the Dr. Axe. I have a link and a discount code for a Dr. Axe Probiotics, but this one is from Silver Fern brand. The reason why I'm using this one, it's a little bit lower potency, but I'm using this one because I couldn't get hold of Dr. Axe quick enough and I did need a probiotic. This one is soil based, so you do have your Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus coagulans, Bacillus clausii. There's also Saccharomyces boulardii, which specifically attacks Candida. So it is a soil-based. That's the one thing I usually recommend, is going for soil-based probiotics, or at least like a brand that has, sorry, my hair is crazy, but at least a brand that has soil-based and human-based, so like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium together. So see what you can find, but I like the Dr. Axe if you're in the US, and because they only ship within the US. So if you're in the US, get Dr. Axe. If not, Silver Fern is great. There's a whole bunch out there that you can shop around for. Genestra also has HMF probiotics. For the mop or sponge, I use two. I use activated charcoal from Organica. I'm sorry I didn't bring it in this video, so because I forgot about it. But the other thing that I use is spirulina and or Craxel chlorella powder, whichever one I'm kind of in the mood for. I'll do the spirulina and chlorella 2 times a day, and I do the activated charcoal once at night, away from everything else. I know I'm gonna get questions on how to take all of these supplements. Follow the bottle directions. The bottles always have directions, so follow the bottle, you will not go wrong. And if you ever have any more questions about how to take it, you can always go on the company website for whichever product you buy. You can call the company. So I'm not going to tell you how to take these because every single supplement is different, and if you don't buy the specific brand, it's going to be completely different for you. So just follow the bottle directions. The last supplement I want to show you that I recommend taking when you're on a Candida and Parasite cleanse is some form of enzyme. So I have this one here. This is called Pancreatin from Genestra brands. This one is my all-time favorite. Sorry I'm powering through this video really quick and talking fast, but my battery's low, so I got to get through this quick. But this is an amazing digestive enzyme. What you want to do is when you take a digestive enzyme, it's going to help break down the food, so it's not going to sit in your GI tract as long, and it's not going to be a fuel source for Candida and Parasites. If you have really sluggish digestion and you're constipated and all that, your food sits in your gut for a lot longer, and Candida and Parasites will feed off of it. So you want to just get things moving, you know, swiftly and get absorbed well. So this is perfect. This is pancreatic enzymes, so it's good for supporting your gallbladder because it has amylase, lipase, protease, a bunch of other ingredients as well. So it's going to help with like bloating after meals. I love this one. I use it all the time. But any digestive enzyme, if you don't want this one or you can't get this one, any works as well. Again, I do sell these. So that's pretty much the protocol. There are some other things you can add in to just kind of further support your cleansing phase. Aloe Vera Gel is like perfect. You guys know how much I like it if you have been following me for a while. I talk about it all the time, but it's a fantastic supplement because it's kind of like helps, it acts like a diuretic, so it helps your stools move quicker through your body. So maybe if you're constipated, it would be a good supplement for you. Even if you're not, it's great. But it really helps lubricate and bring fluid to the gut. It also helps to seal the gut. It's a powerful antioxidant. It reduces inflammation. It directly fights Candida. There are so many benefits to taking aloe. So I personally love taking it, but that's a good thing you can add in. You can do aloe juice or aloe gel. You can do the fresh aloe leaf, just take it, cut it open, and literally eat out the gel from inside. So however you want to do it, but that's a good supplement to add in. It does taste really bad, but it's so worth it because of its benefits. You can do like lots of warming spices like a cinnamon ginger tea 2-3 times a day to further warm up the body and like mop up or soak up the dampness in your body, which is like Candida and Parasites can't thrive if your body is acidic and they can't thrive if your body's alkaline and warm. If it's acidic and damp and mucousy, that's perfect for them to thrive. And that's also why a lot of people do experience a worsening of their symptoms like joint pain and brain fog and stuff when it's winter, because it's cold and Candida is like, perfect, I can thrive. But when it's hot in the summer, obviously your body temperature increases as well. Candida and Parasites have a harder time thriving. So they kind of go dormant during those phases because it's too warm. So that's like a good protocol there. You can also, again, go even further and do lots and lots of raw garlic in like all of your food. You can do bone broth fasts to further cleanse. So there are a lot of ways you can go, but this is a good start. You just always want to make sure that you have an anti-parasitic, antifungal, antibacterial, so like your garlic, or antimicrobial like coconut oil or caprylic acid. Then you want to have your antiviral, so the amino NAC or licorice root or something. You want to have a probiotic, a digestive enzyme, and a mop. So Candida, I don't even know what I'm talking about. A mop, so activated charcoal, or spirulina or cracked slug chlorella. And that's pretty much it. So obviously your diet has to go along with this. A couple of foods that specifically help to fight parasites. Number one are pumpkin seeds. Fantastic, because they're high in tannins. So you can do pumpkin seed nut butter, or like seed butter technically, or just pumpkin seed for like topping. Anything with fiber, so like chia seed, flax seed, hemp hearts, perfect as well. Specifically like herbs and spices like clove, ginger, nutmeg, those are going to be great as well. Finally, I know I'm going to get this question a lot, and it's about diatomaceous earth and if you should take it. I love diatomaceous earth. I took it during my parasite cleanse. I usually did about half a tablespoon. I started off at half a tablespoon and then increased it to a tablespoon over time. But I usually did about 1 week on, 4 or 5 days off, 1 week on, for about a month and a half to 2 months. Now that being said, if you are constipated already, I don't recommend it, because it is an extremely constipating supplement. So if you are to take it, I always say at least, when you take it, do at least 2 cups of water with it at the same time. Another thing you want to watch is that you start off slow, because your body, if you do it a big tablespoon from the start, your body's gonna have a hard time handling that. So just keep that in mind. But I like to take it at night, usually half to 1 tablespoon at night, away from all other supplements, right before bed on an empty stomach. With a lot of water. That's the perfect way to take it. So if you do want to add it in, you can. It pretty much suffocates and like kills off all the parasites, but it's nice because it goes into the blood, so it can also kill eggs and larvae. So that's fantastic. One final note, if you ever do a parasite cleanse, it should last, the duration should be a minimum of 30 days. The reason is, parasites have a life cycle, so they grow, then they lay their eggs or their larvae, then the eggs hatch and grow into new worms. So you have to make sure you're killing off every stage of the life cycle, or they'll just keep reproducing. So if you kill off the big worms and they all come out and you're like, whoa, I'm good, and you stop your cleanse, there could still be a lot of eggs and larvae in your bloodstream that are going to hatch, or in your gut, that are going to hatch and then create new worms, and then you're back to square one. So do a minimum 30 days. I recommend 2 to 3 months personally. You can do a month on, a week off, a month on, a week off, a month on, a week off. Good. It's good to take a break between the months, because black walnut, it is a very powerful supplement, and it's nice to give your liver a little bit of a rest. So that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything, but like I said, make sure you do a minimum 30 days. Don't start and then stop 2 weeks later because you saw a bunch of worms come out, and then you're like, I must be good, because definitely not. One final thing, a lot of people will go through the whole cleanse and not notice even one worm get excreted. So if you're not noticing worms, it doesn't mean you don't have parasites. It just means that either they're all like up in your poop and you can't really see them, or they're smaller worms. Also, only 25% of parasites are actually visible by the naked eye. So you can be missing it, or they can just be really big ones that need even more time of cleansing to actually fully die off and get excreted. So there's a few reasons why you might not be seeing worms. So don't think that you don't have parasites and stop the cleanse. Keep it going. If all of this doesn't work and you're like, I really need something stronger, there is something called Mimosa pudica seed. It's a good anti-parasitic, and it really kind of, what it does, it's nice because unlike black walnut that kind of kills off the parasite and then they release their toxins, Mimosa pudica actually kind of paralyzes the parasite, so they're not actually able to release many toxins or viruses. So it's a lot more gentle on the body, so you can look into getting that as well. Dr. J. Davidson has a whole website with lots of materials on parasite cleansing and about Mimosa pudica, so you can look into that. But this is a fantastic protocol. This is what I did. This works really well. It took me about 3 weeks to notice a lot of parasites coming out. I had little ones, I had long ones, so give it time. You will notice some benefits, and even if you don't see worms, you will notice improvement externally in terms of skin, in terms of brain fog, and how you feel. So I hope that covers everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can always email me. You can comment them down below. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I share daily lifestyle tips. I share supplements there daily, awesome recipes that are also Candida and parasite friendly. So it's at Marla's Healthy Life. The link is in the description box below. You can head over there, check it out, and follow me if you like. So thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.